Alrighty. Okay, so I think I am live. Let's see. Let me check one thing. Okay, guys, welcome back to another live stream. It has been actually like a week or so, 2 weeks now since I've done a live stream, so it's been a little bit, but welcome back to another live stream. If you are brand new to this channel, thank you so much for taking the time to check things out. And if you are returning, welcome back. Every single week, usually, I do a live stream. Last week, I did not. I had some things going on, and so unfortunately, I was not able to do a live stream, but yeah, I am here today. See, I'm just going to adjust one thing on my computer really quick. On these live streams, if you are brand new, I talk about the films that I watched usually over the last week or so. And this week, this live stream, I'll be talking about the things that I watched over the last 2 weeks. And then we just kind of talk about physical media. Obviously, behind me, I love physical media. I love movies. And we just talk about all of those things. And so whatever people want to talk about, feel free to leave a comment within the live chat. And if you're watching this back on the playback, feel free to leave any comments down below. I do read all of the comments, and I will get back to you on whatever topic you have to talk about. So yes, it's been an interesting last couple of weeks for me. I've been extremely busy. If you are following this channel closely, you'll notice that I did not post a video this last week. I usually try to do one video a week, but unfortunately this week has just been absolutely crazy. I have barely even had any time to watch movies, let alone make a video about movies. And so yeah, it's pretty much just been nonstop for an entire week. And so yeah, it was just not it was always not fun to do because I just feel like, I don't know, I love being able to make videos and talk about movies and stuff, but yeah, we're just going to kind of roll with it. So let's see. So yes, I already see a couple of familiar faces in the chat. So I'm going to go over those comments really quick. Francesco says Gremlins 3 and The Goonies 2 are getting made. I've never seen either, but are you excited? I feel Gremlins 3 would have its audience. Yes and no. I feel like whenever it's always like a kind of a 50-50 shot if it's actually going to be a good sequel. Especially since there's been such a time gap in between the like the original films and now. Sometimes it feels like it could just be a cash grab. And I don't know, but then again, there's other times where, like The Evil Dead, for instance, where there was the original trilogy, and then several years later, I mean, actually like a decade later or whatever, the next movie or the remake came out, and it was actually pretty good. So we'll see. Sometimes I feel like it could be a cash grab, but other times it actually works out to be a for the best. So. And then Mr. Bob says, I love your Sunday night live streams. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. I do appreciate it. And I am always bummed when I cannot do a what's it called? A live stream for the for that week. But let's see. Acres of Movies says, have you seen The Spanish Prisoner? I have not, no, but I just looked it up and it looks interesting. I don't think I own it either. So, yeah, I don't think I have not seen it, and I do not own it. But then Richard says, hi, hello, welcome to the live stream. Yes, so I'm going to dive into the things that I've watched over the last couple of weeks. It's really not a whole lot of items. Let's see. This is starting on the 31st of the last month, where I think, I did a live stream on, it looks like the 29th, possibly the 29th or 30th of the month, of last month. But yeah, so this is going back. This is everything that I've watched pretty much in April. But the first item I'm going to talk about here is a film that I saw this particular director's film earlier this year, and I absolutely loved it. Which was Action Mutilator, something like that. Action Mutant, no, Action Mutant. That's it. Action Mutant, which was fantastic. And so I decided to watch his other films. Let's see, the director is Alex de la Iglesia, I think. I apologize because I know I'm mispronouncing that, but this is the film, The Day of the Beast. This is the director, if it will focus on that. Yeah, that's the director. And I know I'm butchering that, but his films honestly feel so fascinating. And I absolutely love them. Everything that I've seen from him so far is so like the films just feel like they're like in their own world, and they feel very detailed and gritty. And I mean, the same thing with this movie. And yeah, I absolutely loved this movie. I thought it was fantastic. It's basically about this priest who is trying to like basically just be a really bad human because he's trying to get in contact with the devil to like stop the end of the world or something. But it's a very interesting plot, and so I actually really enjoyed this, and this is put out by Severin Films. Let's see. And then on the 1st of the month, so April 1st, I watched this, which is a film that is by the same director, and he it's the other Severin title that he has 3 films within the Severin catalog, and this is the film. This is also put out, or this is also a film that's known as Dance with the Devil, which I learned that Dance with the Devil was an American like release of the film, and basically cut out like 30 minutes or something of the film. This one, it runs at, let's see, 130 minutes, and so Dance with the Devil cut out part of that. But this is based off of a book, which is the prequel to David Lynch's Wild at Heart. Wild at Heart is also based off of a book, but this was the based off the prequel of that book, which is kind of fun. So it's basically just 2 people just kind of on this mission to basically just, I don't even know. They're trying. There's a lot of money stuff going on. I'm also trying to remember because it's currently the 13th of the month, and this is back. I watched this on the 1st of the month, so I'm a little fuzzy on the actual story. But I do know that I really liked it, and I would definitely check it out again. Let's see, before we go on, let me jump into some of these comments. Would you rather be RoboCop or Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber? Probably Lloyd, or probably RoboCop. And then Mr. Bob says, "Are you going to do an action and adventure collection?" Eventually, yes. I'll do an action adventure video where I go over my whole action adventure wall of films. And yeah, I need to do that because there's like a few sections within my movie room that I've not actually like shown off and talked about a whole lot. But as Richard said, never watched a 4K film. Yes, it's definitely like if you've never watched a 4K film, if it really depends on your setup. They say that pretty much if you have a TV that's under 55 inches, that's 4K, that it doesn't really make a difference. 55 inch is like the bare minimum to even be able to distinguish between Blu-ray and 4K. If that, I mean, even at 55 inch is kind of iffy. So I know like at Walmart, they'll sell like, a 32 inch 4K TV. Probably not worth the extra money if they have a 32 inch 1080p. It's going to look about the same. And then beyond that, when it goes into like 70, 80 inches, like that size, you're really going to be able to tell a difference. I would love to get like an 80-inch 4K TV. But I would say if you're not like too into the like formats, like personally for me, I don't really pay too close attention to things. But if it is available on 4K and it's a movie like for instance, Day of the Beast this is only put out on 4K from Severin Films, but this also includes the Blu-ray. And it's kind of like if they had a Blu-ray of this, I would probably still get the 4K just because, if it is available. That's kind of my like rule, because it's usually not too much more expensive. But did you get a chance to check out the latest Exorcist movie? I know you got the 4K. So I got the DVD of the latest Exorcist film. I got the, let's see, where is it? I have the Exorcist Believer, and I would like to watch this at some point. I have not gotten a chance to watch it, but yeah, let's see, what year was this? 2023. So yeah, I need to check this out still. Unfortunately, I've not had the time to, but let's see. It's with TV. Thought be a wait. Thought be a player choice. I started getting Blu-ray recently. It's with TV though. Thought. Yes. So when it comes to 4K, you kind of have to have the 4K TV and the 4K player. Same concept when it comes to Blu-ray. You want to have like a 1080p TV and then the 1080p Blu-ray player. You can technically play 4K discs on a non 4K player. You're just not going to get the benefits of that. What's it called? You're not going to get the benefits of 4K. So the screen resolution, 4K is referring to the screen resolution, and the pixel density and stuff. And so it's more information on the screen than a standard Blu-ray. But to get the full benefit of 4K, you have to have the TV and the player. Like a 4K disc will not play in a Blu-ray player, but a Blu-ray disc will play in a 4K player, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's like multiple, and also like with that, to get a 4K HDMI cord, because I mean, technically speaking, you could use a regular HDMI cord, but having a 4K cord, you really get the full benefit of the system. But hopefully that makes sense. So I heard about a Never-Ending Story film series in development. I love the first movie. Yes, I have not. So that's actually one series of films. The two films, I have not actually seen either of them. I've owned them for years, and I have just yet to get around to actually watching them. And so I really need to. I need to sit down and actually watch both films, because I know there was, who put that out? There was a box set put out of the films. It was like a really giant book or something. But yeah. I'm going to quickly go through a couple more of these movies. On April 1st as well, I decided to watch the film April Fool's Day. Of course, because it seems like it's the one day of the year I can actually, I should watch this. But yeah, this is the original April Fool's Day movie. I've never actually seen it. And I really liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Not quite what I was anticipating, but still a lot of fun. I feel like that era of, let's see, what year was this? 81? No, sorry. 86, yeah. The year, like the 80s horror, I feel like they're all just so much fun, and I absolutely love them. So yeah, April Fool's Day, the original one, was actually a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend checking it out. And then on the same day, I decided to watch the remake of April Fool's Day. This is a film from, let's see, 2008. Not nearly as good. I feel like this one, it was definitely less memorable. This one felt kind of like more like I Know What You Did Last Summer in some ways. I feel like it was more of a oh, there was this accident and there was this group of friends that was around at the time, and then there's like revenge happening to the group of friends. It definitely felt more of a I Know What You Did Last Summer like vibe than an April Fool's Day. And yeah, I definitely not nearly as entertaining as the original one. Honestly, probably won't revisit that one anytime soon. And then I watched a film. This was on, let's see, the 4th of the month. Yeah, the 4th of the month. And that is the film The Boys Next Door. This is put out by Severin Films. And yeah, this is one that at first glance, it doesn't seem like a type of film that Severin would put out. I feel like Severin is they have a lot of great like obscure horror and just a bunch of um I don't even know. They have a bunch of like weird action films and some sci-fi, and this one just like by the cover alone, it was one that I really wasn't anticipating on liking all that much. I don't know why, it just doesn't seem like that interesting. But this kind of follows these two characters, and they just graduated high school, and it's like they basically go on this like crime spree. And it seems like it's kind of they're going on a crime stream just out of pure boredom, or they're just they know that their life is going to change dramatically in the next week or so because they have to start jobs and start real life. And it's extremely frustrating. It's so frustrating on so many different levels because it just feels like the characters are not um like they're doing so many bad things, but overall, yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was actually a lot of fun and very well done. Um, yeah, I mean it's 1984. It's definitely one that I would recommend. Just, I mean, even if it is one that you wouldn't think for Severin, but I overall actually really liked it. Let's see. And then let's see on the 5th of the month. So I started this box set. This is Homegrown Horrors Volume 1 from Vinegar Syndrome. This is a set that I have seen the middle movie, which the middle one is Beyond Dream's Door. I've seen this. I have a VHS of it actually, but I've never seen the other two films, and so I decided to watch those back to back, and try to complete this box set. So the first one that I watched, let's see, already seen Beyond Dream's Door, so I didn't have to watch that one. But the first one that I watched here is Winter Beast. This is a very, very low budget film. It had an interesting mixture of stop motion and live action stuff, and it was interesting, but it wasn't very good. And even though it was only 76 minutes, it still kind of felt like it dragged on at times. It felt almost like a student film in many ways, but overall, I could see what they were doing, and um, for a low budget horror film, it was still a lot of fun. And then let's see. Yeah, so that was on the 5th of the month that I watched that one. And then unfortunately life happened and the next movie I watched was on the 11th of the month. And so I got pretty busy with just different projects and work, and yeah, it was just one of those crazy crazy weeks. And so the 11th of the month I watched the next movie, and that is Fatal Exam. This movie looks a whole lot cooler. The cover looks really cool compared to the actual story, and this movie was running at 114 minutes long. And I could say they could probably cut out about half an hour of this movie and nothing would change out of the plot. Unfortunately, it was a very boring. Again, felt very low budget, but I mean, out of the three of these movies, I definitely think the Beyond Dream's Door movie was the best one. And this one felt very, I don't even know. It was um, so slow. It was so many people standing in rooms and talking, and yeah, I was just not a very big fan of this one. I don't even know. It was I could definitely tell the whole movie takes place basically in one house, and it just seemed like they got the house for like a week and they just kind of filmed in it. Um, but overall, Fatal Exam, the cover looks a whole lot cooler than the actual story. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to jump back into the comments here quickly before I finish up the films that I watched. Let's see. I know David Gordon Green got fired from the new trilogy because the newest reboot wasn't good. I guess so. They delayed 2 and 3. David Gordon Green. Um, Not sure, Francesca, what you're referring to. Sorry, I might have missed what the conversation was. Let's see. Then Richard says, I think there's Never Ending Story 3 on VHS form. Return to Fantasia, but VHS. Gotcha. Um, yeah, I need to check out the Never Ending Story films. And wait, was Saw the first horror movie to take off like Terrifier did? Because I think they made over $1 million. Saw one on a 50,000 budget. Oh wait, was Saw the first horror movie? Okay, yeah. Was Saw the first horror movie to take off like Terrifier did? Because I think they made over 100 million. Saw one on a $50,000 budget. There's definitely been horror films that were on like a shoestring budget that like really took off. I mean, Evil Dead comes to mind. I know Evil Dead. I mean, as far as I know, it did pretty well. I don't know if it did well initially or if it was like a home video release, but yeah, I mean, definitely Saw really took off. I mean, Terrifier also obviously took off really well. I am sure there's been other movies where it's like really low budget, but then like really, I mean, that really did well. Technically, like Jaws, I guess, but I don't know. I don't think I would consider Jaws to be a low budget movie, but it did really take off. Um, yeah, I don't know. I would have to think about like which other horror films. I mean, Halloween, like the original Halloween, that was a lower budget. I know. But yeah. Let's see. Michael says, "Hello, everyone. Just dropped by for a listen. Hello, welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you taking the time to stop by. Grab a drink here quickly." Okay, and then I have 3 more movies to talk about. Let's see, on the 12th of the month, I watched the film Death Warmed Up. This was a New Zealand production. This is put out by Severin Films, and this is the cover without the slipcover on it. This movie was fantastic. I actually really enjoyed this one. A great use of lighting in this movie. I really enjoyed how they like lit the scenes. I thought that was very interesting and a very unique way of lighting a film. And this movie reminded me a ton of Dead Alive, that Peter Jackson's Dead Alive. Um, I mean, I know Dead Alive was also filmed in New Zealand, so I don't know if it is a popular um, a popular like New Zealand tactic or something that like these extreme close-ups of people's faces and these angles that just feel so like not traditional. And I don't know. I mean, it might be a thing about just New Zealand, or it might just, I don't even know. These might be the same cinematographer or something. But I really enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun with Death Warmed Up. Um, but the next one I watched, this is on the 12th of the month as well. This is one that yeah, I was anticipating one thing, but it was kind of something else, and that is the film A Day of Judgment. This is another one that I felt like it was a little slow. Overall, I thought there was potential there. It's basically about this whole town, about how there are a lot of these just terrible people, and I don't know. And then like there's like this Grim Reaper type of thing, and he kind of comes and like judges all these people and like basically kills them. And so there was a I don't know. It was a little slow, a little repetitive. There was like 5 different people that it was kind of focusing on. I liked it that it kind of was going back and forth between all these different characters and kind of telling all the different stories. But overall, I thought it was just a I don't know. I thought it was a little slow, and it also takes place in like the 20s, so maybe or 1930s, in a small town, and so maybe that was part of it, but overall, I I don't know. I don't know if we'll be revisiting it anytime soon. Um, let's see. I'm gonna jump into these comments really quick. Let's see. Do you want to see a Golden Axe movie? Um, I mean, I'm looking up what Golden Axe is. I am not familiar with this property at all. This kind of looks like Beastmaster or like He-Man or something. Yeah, I'm assuming it looks like a video game. I'm not super into the video game world, but uh, yeah, it kind of looks like a like Beastmaster. Let's see. Are you going to do or going? Wait, are you going and update your TV DVD collection? I'm assuming you're asking if I'm going to do a video updating my TV DVD collection, Mr. Bob. I apologize if that's not what you're asking, but eventually, maybe. I haven't really added a whole lot to my TV shows. I've subtracted a few, um, but I really should be watching more of them. It's definitely the area within my movie room that I watch probably the least is TV shows. So I need to actually, get on watching some of them, but I have so many other things to watch at the moment, which is unfortunate. Have you seen Bad Taste? Loved that one, and it started a very young. It started a very young Peter Jackson. Yes, actually, I have. So I've not seen the film, but I have it here. And so yeah, it's from New Zealand as well, but produced and directed by Peter Jackson, which is kind of fun. But yeah, I've not gotten a chance to watch this. I actually got this from the Retro Attic not too long ago, but I need to sit down and watch this. Um, but yeah, Bad Taste, which I need to also get a copy of Dead Alive on DVD because there was never a Blu-ray put out, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, I'm honestly kind of surprised both Bad Taste and Dead Alive haven't had like a 4K treatment from like a Vinegar Syndrome or somebody. I feel like both of those would sell very well. The movie Death Warmed Up. Matt, from you and your horror movie, did you mention, have you watched Blood Tax? Wait, Blood Tracks. Let's see. From you and your horror movie, wait, let's see. The Death Warmed Up, Matt, from you and your horror movies, did mention, have you watched Blood? I see. I think that's what you're asking. I have not seen Blood Tracks. No. Um, but I think that's what you're asking, Ross. I apologize if that's not. Um, yeah. Then Acres of Movie says, "Do you have a favorite romantic comedy scene where they meet and don't like each other very much?" Um, hmm. That's a great question. I'm trying to think of romantic comedies that like that's the case. I mean, I mean 10 Things I Hate About You comes to mind where it's like they're both tr- basically just trying to not. Although then again, I like I mean, I really liked Anyone But You. That was a lot of fun. So maybe those Anyone But You. That would probably be my, if I had to pick one. Because most of the romantic comedy movies that I like, I feel like a lot of them are just it's not that trope of like meeting and not liking each other. Um, but do you have the Arrow Donnie Darko set? What's the difference in the film's cut? I gotta see Donnie Darko. Yes, actually, I do have that. Let me grab that really quick. One second. Okay. I'm not going to put the headphones back on because they always hurt my ears. But yes, I have here the Arrow Video Donnie Darko box set. This is the 4K set. I know they put this out on Blu-ray, but I believe that Blu-ray set is actually out of print. But this one has, let's see, three different. It's a 3-disc collector's edition. This has the 4K, the Blu-ray theatrical, and the Blu-ray directors. I'm sorry, there's 3 Blu-rays here. Maybe let me look. Or not Blu-rays, 4Ks. Okay, wait. Sorry, there's 2 discs. I apologize. The one disc, or disc 1, is the theatrical cut on 4K, and then the disc 2 is the director's cut on 4K. Looks like the difference in time is about 20 minutes, and so I'm assuming the theatrical is 20 minutes shorter than the director's cut. I've seen this movie, but I'm not sure which version I saw. But I would have to do some more research. But yeah, they have this J card that has all of the different information. Yeah, this is a great box set because it has the hardcover book, which is always nice, and a poster, 4K, and of course the 4K what's it called? Discs. But yes, this is the Donnie Darko Arrow Video limited edition 4K set. So yeah, I need to actually. I feel like I saw the director's cut, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's about 20 minutes difference in time. Let's see. Golden Axe is a Sega franchise. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not super into the video game world, but interesting. Let's see. Have you seen Shaun of the Dead or The World's End? It is type of romantic comedy horror, or Anne and the Apocalypse. I've not seen Anne and the Apocalypse, but I've seen World's End and Shaun of the Dead. Both of those are fantastic. I really like them. I need to revisit World's End. I feel like the first time I've seen it only one time, and I feel like when I watched it, I wasn't a huge fan of it. But I feel like now maybe I would appreciate it a little bit more. So maybe I need to just to revisit it, and might change my mind. But Shaun of the Dead is absolutely fantastic. I really like that one. And then the last movie, I watched this actually last night. See, they should make a remake of Roller Coaster, the disaster movie. I need to watch Roller Coaster, like the disaster movie Roller Coaster. I know there's actually several movies that kind of fall into that category, in my opinion. Of like, there was like Roller Coaster and Avalanche and Earthquake, and there's a lot of those like disaster type of movies, and I need to watch a lot of those from like I don't even know what year it was. But yeah, it's on my list to eventually see. But last night I watched the film House on the Edge of the Park. This is a Blu-ray put out by Severin Films. And this movie was not exactly what I was expecting at all. This is one that I was kind of more expecting kind of like a slasher almost, but this is basically a version of Last House on the Left. It actually has the same character as Last House on the Left, or the same actor rather. I'm trying to see if I have that readily available. Yes, I think it's Last House. Yeah. And this is one that I really didn't know a whole lot about, but it's basically a home invasion movie. And if you've seen Last House on the Left, you know exactly what type of movie this is, where this guy is just basically terrorizing these people. So definitely not for everybody. But yeah, that is everything that I watched. I really didn't watch a whole lot. That was 2 weeks worth of movies, and so I'm kind of a little bummed that I really didn't get around to watching more, but it's just been, as I said, an absolute crazy week. Um, Unfortunately, it's just like sometimes those weeks just happen where it is just nonstop. So, but that's how life goes, I guess. I'm gonna jump back here into the comments. Let's see. Pick two movies that should be Las Vegas themed casinos. Ooh. I feel like a horror themed casino would be amazing. Uh, but I don't know. I've honestly never been to a casino, so I can't say like how much theming is really done. Um, let's see, that should be a themed casino and hotel in Las Vegas. I mean, gotcha. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Um, yeah, I got nothing. I'd have to think about that, but let's see. What about Tucker and Dale versus Evil? It is Shaun of the Dead meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yes, Tucker and Dale versus Evil is fantastic. I definitely think that's my favorite. What's it called? Like comedy horror film. It is just absolutely so much fun. Let's see if I have. Yes, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Um, and I was actually just telling somebody about this. But basically, if you've not seen this movie, the basic premise of it is these two, which I don't even know if I should say anything. I feel like if you go into this not knowing anything, it's almost a better experience. Um, yeah, if you like comedy horror, check out Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Let's see. Have you seen Tucker, a man in his dream about the car maker? Or the a man and or yes, I have not seen it, but I know what movie you're talking about. I have it on VHS, which is actually a Francis Ford Coppola film. Fun fact, but I've not seen Tucker, a man in his dream. So I need to check that out eventually. But yeah, let's see. Um, yeah, I'm very excited because um, in the in the upcoming weeks or so, I've been kind of like um, going back and forth on this one video idea, and I think I'm going to do it. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it's going to be kind of a like I don't even know. More of a longer video. So we'll see if that actually pans out or not. It has to do with laser discs, so we'll see. Um, but I am excited because I feel like I haven't made a video in a couple, especially one that I'm like I like doing the collection update videos that I do every now and then of just things that I've gotten in my collection. But I definitely like doing the videos where I talk about like specific things, especially in regards to this channel. I like to do that more than just the collection updates. But yeah, but I'm curious also, what are some things that you guys are watching currently, or things that you're planning on watching in the next, today, this week, stuff like that. I'm very curious on that. Um, I also feel like there hasn't been a whole lot of news within the physical media like world. I know Second Sight's been releasing a couple things from time to time, but I have not really been. I mean, as this week, I haven't really been keeping up with, what's being put out. see. I will also probably end this semi soonish, just because it's been about 40-ish minutes. I like to try keep these. I aim for these to be around 45 minutes ish, unless if anybody else has things to talk about. Let's see. What about Night of the Living Dead? Let's see. Another one is with Sig Heg, is about the characters stuck in a Night of the Living, or stuck in the Night of the Living. Yes. Actually, I have that movie. It's actually right here. It's Night of the Living Dead 3D. I have not gotten a chance to watch this yet. This is from the year 2006. It looks like. I've not gotten a chance to watch this, but I am excited because I do like Night of the Living Dead. And Night of the Living Dead actually there's the remake, which is the colorized like version, so the whole movie is in color, not black and white. And then of course there's the original black and white version. But I feel like this is a film that it has these fun like 3D glasses, which are like Night of the Living Dead themed, which is kind of fun. But I need to actually sit down and watch this. It's one that I feel like nobody talks about. So. But yeah, I will probably end the live stream here, unless if there is anything else people wanted to discuss, any other comments, questions, concerns, things that people wanted to talk about. Yeah, I'm hoping that this week I'll be able to make a video and actually put it out for you guys to watch, because I feel like it has been a minute because life. But do you own any Maniac Cop movies? Yes, I do. I have Maniac Cop 1, 2, and 3. I have. Let me grab those. Yes, so I have here. This is it's like almost a bootleg. It feels like it's definitely not an American Blu-ray of Maniac Cop here, because even the back is in, looks like maybe Spanish. I'm not sure if it'll focus. I want to get a Synapse version of this. Synapse put out a Blu-ray of Maniac Cop. But then I also have here, I have Maniac Cop 2 on Blu-ray and Maniac Cop 3. I know they put out these on 4K, and so eventually I will upgrade, but for now I have the Blu-rays. So yeah, I need to still watch these two. I've not seen either of these. I've only seen the first one, but it's still a fun franchise. Yeah, it was a fun one. 1968 is darker version with Tony Todd. He did Reanimator of the Living Dead. His darker version with 1968 version with Tony Todd. He did Reanimator of the Living Dead. I'm not sure what you mean. '68 is darker version with Tony Todd. Oh wait, are you talking about the Night of the Living Dead? '68 is darker version with Tony Todd. He did Reanimator of the Living Dead. Yeah, I apologize, Ross. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, I apologize, but Yes, I will. I'll probably end the live stream here. It's been about 45 minutes, so I will probably wrap this up. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to stop in. And A Night of the Living Dead. That is what I mean. Gotcha. The 1968 version of Night of the Living Dead. Gotcha. Um, yes, yes. Um, Yes. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to stop in here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the interaction of the comments. It's always fun to read you guys' comments and thoughts and opinions on things. I really do appreciate it. If you are watching this back on the playback, feel free to leave any comments down below of things that were discussed on the live stream. I always do read all of the comments. And yeah, if there's any other comment or any other topics that we did not cover on this, please feel free to leave comments or on stuff like that. Or if you want to message me directly, you can always message me over on Instagram. And yeah, expect a video sometime this week. And probably expect a live stream next Sunday. Ideally, that would probably be it. But yeah, guys, so thank you again so much for taking the time to watch. I do appreciate it. And I hope everybody out there has a fantastic week. So yeah, I'll see you guys all next week. So take care, guys. Bye.